everybody out there. The topic that we'll be discussing today it has regards to marriage. Since marriage is like a popular topic today, let's go into deeper details. Let's say that a Muslim man marries a non-Muslim woman versus a Muslim woman. You'll see a very different distinction as to how the two are treated. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's say that a Muslim man marries a non-Muslim woman and he comes home from dinner, right? From work. He tells her, "Oh, honey, sweetheart, you've been working all day," when she's been doing nothing. She got the pots and pans sky high in the sink. And she's been talking to her friends. And he tells her, "Don't even cook. I don't want you to cook or clean or take care of the kids. Don't worry about it. And I don't even want a dinner right now. Why don't we just get something from outside?" He wants her to feel relaxed, right? Not let her worry about anything. Whereas if the Muslim man marries the Muslim woman and he comes home from work, he expects her to fill the whole table with a buffet of food. And he'll tell her, "Why don't you open up a restaurant? Your food is that good." And once he gets upset, he'll flip, change, do a 180-degree change, and he'll tell her, "I don't want your food. I could get something from outside. I don't need you to cook for me." You see the difference? That's only one of the many examples that we'll be going into. When the Muslim man marries the Muslim woman, when a Muslim man marries a non-Muslim woman, and she starts flirting with all the guys, and she shows her cleavage, if you know what I mean, he actually encourages her to flaunt herself out to the rest of the men, and he won't say a damn thing about it. But when he marries the Muslim woman, and she talks to colleagues, and she's not flirting, by the way, or co-workers or business people she's doing business with, maybe men, he tells her, "Hey, bitch, you want to sleep with him? What do you want to do? Or you know what, maybe I should divorce you. Stop flirting with him, bitch." He doesn't say, "Oh, are you in love with him? Do you want to sleep with him?" When she's not doing anything wrong. She's not flirting with him, and she's not showing off her freaking cleavage like the non-Muslim woman, which she's so proud of. Let's talk about a Muslim man marrying a non-Muslim woman. When his family don't want him to marry her, he gives them the ultimatum and tells his parents, "If you don't accept me marrying this non-Muslim woman, then I'm going to disown you guys. I'm no longer your son. So you better live with it." What happens afterwards? The family ultimately respects her and treats her like a queen that she should be treated like, right? LOL. Lots of laughs to that. Now when a Muslim man marries a Muslim woman and his parents don't agree with her getting married to him, even though she's a pious, God-fearing Muslim woman, he says, "Well, my parents don't agree with me getting married to you. So I'm going to have to, after I stole your heart, I'm going to tell you that we're just not going to marry. It's not going to happen. Sorry for stealing your heart." Or he may not even say sorry. He might just kick her to the curb. It's the end of story. Another instance, when a Muslim man gets married to a non-Muslim woman, he accepts her unemployed. Now when he gets married to a Muslim woman, he puts conditions. He tells her, "I am looking for a woman, a wife, who's going to be independent, financially independent, and can take care of herself." You know what that means? That means I'm not going to take care of you financially, so you better have a job before I marry you. Interesting, huh? Another instance, when a Muslim man marries a non-Muslim woman and she has, for example, 9 or 10 kids, the more the merrier. He tells her, even if these kids don't have my name on the birth certificate, in the sight of God, they are my kids. If they need my kidneys or my lungs, I'm going to definitely give them to them. I'll give my blood and my life for them. But when a Muslim man marries the non-Muslim, when a Muslim man marries the Muslim woman, he tells her before he marries her, you know, your kids, I'm not their father. Now, if they wake up and I'm sleeping, and I have to get some sleep, are you going to be able to handle them crying? Because they're not my kids. So I guess he's not going to give up his kidneys or his blood for them. And he's not going to say that even if my name's not on the birth certificate, I'm going to regard them as my kids, like he did for the non-Muslim, like he did to the non-Muslim woman. What a double standard. What else? When the Muslim man marries the non-Muslim woman, and she paints her face with all makeup, and to some may look like a mannequin, he'll tell her she looks beautiful, and keep up the good work with the makeup. You look beautiful, darling. When the Muslim man marries a non-Muslim woman and she's putting she has natural beauty, by the way, and she puts little or no makeup, he'll tell her, you don't look pretty. I wonder how you look without makeup. Okay. Isn't that nice to hear? Good job, Muslim men. And when the Muslim marries a non-Muslim woman who has parents that are divorced, he actually looks up to her and embraces her into his family, where they all respect her, and they even talk highly of her, like she's Queen Elizabeth. There's nobody like her. Her and her family are very good people. She comes from a very good family. Now, when the Muslim man marries a Muslim woman, or considers marrying her, and she comes from divorced parents, she has divorced parents, he'll tell her, well, my mom accepts you, but I don't know if my father or the rest of my family will accept you, because you come from a divorced family. So they kind of initially don't accept her or make her feel like she's not accepted into the family ahead of time. If she were to get married, as the family could see the possible negative outcome just to begin with for her getting married as a family. She feels like she's down, not accepted. Who knows what she's up against, right? Now, another instance is when the Muslim man marries a non-Muslim woman, and she gets sick, right? He becomes her servant, nurturer, cares so much about her, worries so much. He will go to every doctor to make sure she gets the best treatment. He'll cook for her, cook clean, take care of the kids. Like be a slave to her. Caterer, whatever you want to call it. The best husband in the world, right? However, when the Muslim man marries a Muslim woman and she gets sick, what does he do? He runs out the door, literally, and he looks for another wife. He'll go find a wife before she even dies, or the minute he figures out she's sick. That's the Muslim man for you. What a good man he is. Oh yeah, we have special circumstances where you do in fact see a Muslim man and woman, Muslim man and Muslim woman together. You probably have seen those. where you see the Muslim man behind, walking behind, and the Muslim woman standing in front. You've mistaken them. You've mistaken the man for the woman, and the woman to be the man. I wonder who's wearing whose pants there. The Muslim woman wears the man's pants, and vice versa. I think you got the point, right? So if that Muslim man goes out and helps a Muslim woman find a job, she accuses him of cheating with that Muslim woman. She takes his phone from him, makes sure he disconnects it, or that she's talking on the other line. When that Muslim woman calls and asks, can you help me find a job? What does she tell him? What does she tell that Muslim woman, the other Muslim woman? She tells her, pretend like he doesn't exist. You messed up our lives. Make sure to disconnect the line afterwards. Sends her resume to him in the email. She'll go in his email, and send her a nasty message. You're this, and that. Pretend like he didn't exist.